What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay. I'm here. I am Empress Miss Mo, your fairy god cousin. And my goal is to keep you 5 steps ahead of your enemies, your frenemies, and all these scallywags out here in these worldwide streets. Period. Point blank. Okay. This is the Glow Up Tarot, which is a multi-streaming live between YouTube and TikTok, guys. Okay. So there is open questions for both ends of the spectrum. Okay. It's open for everyone. This will be multiple downloads, collective readings. Okay. If you have a question, drop it off in the chat and I will answer it. Okay. Drop it off in the chat and I will answer. Okay. Make sure you like and subscribe. All right, so let's get started. There is a download I have here, but let's check in first, okay? Spirit wants you to know something. It's something that you need to know. There's a few things going on right now, okay? There's a lip serum that I just received that I want to try on live, okay? But Spirit wants you to think about, who are you collaborating with? Who wants to collaborate with you? Who do you want to really collaborate with? And if you do, whoever it is, try to reach out to the people that you want to collaborate with. Okay, don't be shy, y'all. You know, everybody has this God complex or Savior complex or whatever, and they feel like they too good or too cool to reach out to the people that they're watching or admiring. Okay, let's cut the malarkey and start actually reaching out to people that we see is shining, you know, people that we see that is trying to do, that's working on themselves. Why not show true, genuine support to the people that you can't stop watching? Just being 100, right? And that's kind of hardcore to really take in, right? But this is really the deal. Like, why not show love and support to the person you just can't stop watching? Why not? I mean, how does that hurt you? Is the ego that fragile? You know, that they can't reach out to you or you can't reach out to them, and all this foolishness. You know, I'm kind of like really disappointed, especially in us Black women. You know, we got to do a little better. I mean, we're doing better than we did 10 years ago. Okay, I can say that. But we got to do way better when it comes down to supporting each other. Okay. We really do. All right. If we see each other shining, especially in our own cities, like I noticed something, like we'll support someone we don't even know from a whole nother city. They're just like us. They just in a different city or a different state. The same person that is in your city and state doing the same thing, you're supporting another person in a different city and state. Support the people that's in your city and state, y'all. Support the people. Come on. You got somebody that's in your city and state and they doing their thing the best way they can. Support them. All right? Big steppers. I'm pushing this out to you only because I feel like we got to set the tone. We've been out here as underdogs for a long time for no reason. It's time to step it up and start maybe us taking the initiative and supporting the people even we see is doing their damn thing. Okay? Period, point blank. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put my toners and all that stuff on because it's the morning time for me. It really is. So I am going to be getting my skincare together as I wait for people to come on here. But That's what I had on my mind. It's just like so many young folks could be coming together right now, especially the women that's in there between like 28 and like 45 years old. If you're between the ages of 28 and 45 years old and you ain't supporting your neighborhood and you ain't supporting your sisters in your county, and you ain't really reaching out and doing real one-on-one conversations with people that you know is trying to get it, and y'all ain't coming up and formulating a plan as black women in your county, in your city, about how y'all all gonna come up. Something ain't right, y'all. I don't give a damn. Something ain't right. That's sad. Okay? And I'm gonna say it. And everybody else scared to say it. I'm not. There's no reason in the world that all the most influential black women don't know each other. You tell me you got 10 to 15 inspiring black women in your neighborhood right now, and you don't know who they are, or you know of them, you may follow them, but you ain't reached out and said hi to them. You ain't invite them for a brunch or a dinner. Come on, y'all. We got to do better than this. White people know our people more than we do. Come on. Y'all better stop playing. Okay? It's going to be a time when we really going to truly need each other. All right? And ain't nothing we can do about it. And this is not common. This is not a verbiage or language or a conversation a lot of people want to really talk about. They don't want to talk about this. Okay? They want to brush this under the rug. But ain't no white person, and I'm going to say it the truth, y'all. A white person, white people, when they have an up and coming person in their community, they go out their way to go and meet that person. They go out their way to knock on their door and bring them a fruit salad. They go out their way to invite them to a brunch or a lunch or a dinner and sit down and get to know them. Can nobody else go to them and tell them about the person that they sat down with and got to know? You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying y'all be best friends with a bitch. I'm saying, shit, just, get to know who they are. And the next live their life, you live their life, and y'all support each other. How you doing, Minnie? Big Stepper Minnie in the house, y'all. Yeah. Okay, so this is like what has been like literally on my mind. And I think that Spirit is calling on to me to kind of discuss this. This is a major discussion. Okay, it is. And shout out to all ethnic groups that really do support each other. Black women, I'm sorry to say this. Yes, once again, we're getting better, but we're having a hard time. Okay, we really are. And I don't know what this is all about. I don't know what the ego trip is about. I don't know, because there's a shortage of men, straight men, and we're all kind of scared and tussling and scared to let another woman in our proximity because they're scared that they may take our man. I don't know what this is about. I'm just hypothetically throwing it out there because this is what the Spirit is kind of giving me to throw out. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, is this about like the battles of the men? Or, I mean, what exactly is this shit about? Why is it you feel like there's not enough space for all of us to eat? Why can't we all sit at one table and make money together? Why can't you show them, okay, what do you know how to do, sis? Okay, I know how to do this. Okay, so what do you want to do? You don't know how to do it. I know how to do that. Man, I need to know how to do that. Okay, well, I need to know how to do that. Okay, so what? Okay, so what we doing? It's just that simple. It really is. Okay? And so, okay, sis, how much you charging for your service? Okay, I'm charging for mine. Okay, well, this is what we're going to do. Let's exchange a service. Or, okay, well, look, I won't be able to do that, but I can pay for your service. Boom, do your service. And then when I get up on that, then I'm going to go over here and pay for her. And you see how that would have recycled all through? You know? And everybody can still get what they need to keep going, right? And so, I mean, I just felt like I need to drop that dime on y'all. Okay? I had to drop the dime on y'all. Okay. Period, point blank. So I'm about to put my last moisturizer on. We're going to get started, guys, because I do have a download for y'all, and this is the Glow Up Tarot. Okay. This is where we really dissect some stuff and figure out what's going on. Okay. Once again, I am on YouTube Live as well as TikTok Live. Okay. All right, we're going to do the scallywag forecast. Let's go. Yeah, Minnie says, you are totally right. They will meet you at your door with a pie. They baked when they saw you moving. Yes. Yes. Why do Black women don't do that? Why do we not make the initiative? And I'm not saying like a group. See, this is the thing. When Black women do invite each other out, it's always got to be like a group party bullshit. Okay. Let's cut the malarkey with that. Like, not everybody want to be around a whole 4 or 5 hoes looking at them. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's still like a sign of insecurity to me. I'm just being honest with you. I want a one-on-one. Invite me to dinner or brunch or lunch. One-on-one. Me and you. If you message me, I don't want to go on a brunch with 5 other females first time meeting you. I need a one-on-one understanding of who you are. And then once we do our one-on-one thing, which is activity or whatever that comes along with that, 2 hours, 3 hours of one-on-one time, then you could invite me to something a little more bigger. Does that make sense? But it's like people forget etiquette. Like the etiquette went way out the door, okay? And people skipping steps and shit, all right? So let's go ahead and get to it, y'all, okay? And I think this is what this today is all about, man. Just really get to the core of etiquette as big steppers. I think we need to bring that back and show these scallywags how it's really done. Let's go ahead and look at the scallywag forecast for today. Yeah. So they out here now. Yesterday they couldn't be out here. Let me turn on my air conditioning, y'all. Yesterday they couldn't step their ass outside, y'all. We was in the clear yesterday, which was a lovely feeling. Spirit guys, show us what we need to know. Show us what we need to know. Ooh, okay, they fell out just as beautifully as they want to be. Okay, it's a little more than usual, but hey, we need everything we got. Okay, excuse me. Okay, right now you're facing new challenges, big stepper. You're overcoming ups and downs of life. That is why you're elevating. Yesterday, you did actually run into something that was great. You ran into some really good connections. You communicated with a few people. You built a few bonds. Okay. Yeah, you got creative yesterday. Yesterday, you had some shit on your list and you crossed off everything on your list. You actually accomplished everything that was on your list, big steppers. Congratulations on that. That's good. That's really good. I mean, making sure that you do this, cross everything off on your list every single day. Every day, y'all. Okay? Right now is a great time for you to write and for you to speak. Your wings wasn't clipped, so you're feeling mighty fly today. Your confidence is through the roof today, big steppers. That's amazing. Good job. As far as these scallywags, they're raising from the dead. They're rising from the dead, y'all. Okay? Let me do this. They're rising on up. Okay? They're coming on back. They're coming on back out. They're coming out today. They are deciding to step out on faith and see what's going on out here. These scallywags are going to act like they don't know who you are. They're going to act like they don't know who they are. They want a new beginning, y'all. They're trying to find a way. How can I be like the big stepper? What is it that I need to do? Do I need to... They understand that they need to rid themselves from something, but they still haven't really identified what it is, okay? There's some shadow work that needs to be done, and these scallywags is going to be continuously in working on themselves, even today. So we got another clear day of non-hate. We ain't got nobody trying to clip us while we flying. Ain't no deception, because they're too focused on trying to figure out what's holding them back. So the scallywags are focused on themselves today, just as well as yesterday. So this is really good. This is a good forecast, y'all. Okay. Spirit says, go ahead and wear the color black today. Color black or gray to let people know that you mean business. Okay. Gray represents a sign of intelligence. All right. And the black is all about the confidence. Okay. Confidence with gray and black would work for you for sure. Okay. But today, yeah, get up out there, do the same thing you did yesterday. It's a clear day, y'all. Do it again. And I think the weather's going to be better than yesterday. The weather is going to be even better or just the same. Is what I'm hearing. So you can really move around the way you want to. Okay. Make that list, 5 or 6 things to do, and cross it off and do every single one of them, all right? That is the scallywag forecast, y'all. This is a good thing, y'all. When we got the forecast clear, y'all better get on in. Y'all better get it in, get dressed, and get outside, baby. I'm telling you. When it's clear like that, honey, we don't miss out on nothing, okay? So I got YouTube right here. I got TikTok right here, YouTube. So, not to single y'all out. I am paying attention. Just go ahead and shout me out. Throw some hearts. I got you. Okay. If I see a question, you'll be answered. And vice versa. Same thing with TikTok. All right. Okay. We got some big steppers in the house. We got Big Stepper Jew in the house. We got Big Stepper Mini in the house. We got Big Stepper Blue Star in the house. I love it. And Minnie just upgraded y'all to the 10th level. She's on the 10th level. Amazing. Good job. Good work. All right. So we were just talking about the download that we had. The check-in was all about supporting the people that you can't stop watching. If there's somebody you just can't stop watching, why not support them? Right? Okay. And so taking the initiative today, I don't know why that came out. So we're going to find out why. We're going to go ahead and start this collective reading. Spirit guys shows what we need to know that's going to help us glow up and rise up so we can make moves out here in these mean green streets. Okay? Thank you, Spirit. Let's go. Red flag came out. Oracle came out. Troll came out. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Give me some more. Can we clarify? Red flag triggered was a clarification. Yeah, influencer came out with privilege. Oh, my goodness. We don't go too far into that, baby. Okay, so far it's a red flag. And they're triggered. Okay, these people are watching you. Like I said, there is a monitoring spirit who is triggered by whatever it is you're posting online. Okay. You an influencer. You influence this person because you tell the truth. They see in a different perspective on life when they watch you. Okay. Yeah. They see how privileged you are and they watch this. This is where their jealousy comes in. This is the monitoring spirit, the troll right here. Okay. Monetizing, but they don't want to tell you. They're watching your life. They want to see how they love your life. They love everything about you, but they just so trigger. You trigger them. Okay. I don't know why this is happening. Okay. Why is it that the person that you enjoy watching triggers you? Okay. Spirit, let me see. Why is it that these scallywags is triggered by the big steppers? Okay. Because of the way you look. Okay. You look sexy, mysterious, witchy, fun. Okay. You talk about holistic stuff. Okay. You could be a holistic health person, a counselor, a therapist, a coach, a trainer, someone who speaks truth, has to speak, get paid to speak truth. Okay. So, it feels good. Okay. They think of you as a cult leader, or they trying to like put the image of you as a cult leader, a witchy cult leader. Okay. This is what triggers them. Okay. And they're trying to put you in a dark space, or like put you in a box. They're jealous that they're too scared. They're in fear to come out and just be who they want to be. They really want to do what you do. Like they too in fear to do it, or they're too afraid, or they think that they can't do it. They just scared of the way people would judge them. Okay. They don't want to be judged. Okay. And you're not afraid to be judged. You don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck about judgment. Okay. You're reaching out to millions of people, billions of people. Okay. You don't give a damn about anyone. Okay. You're focusing on yourself, taking care of yourself. Okay. This is what this is here. This person want to do what you're doing online. They want to kind of get the niche that you got going. Okay. They like this. They enjoy it, but they're triggered because they can't do it. They're too afraid to do it. They don't want to get the backlash that comes with this. By heart, they really like this. This could be like a religious person, a person that is in the church. They really, really always admired the occult community. Okay. They always wanted to get deeper into it. Okay. But their religion and their family religion, or their family's forced self-beliefs that was placed on them, is still haunting them. They're still cursed by the family traditions. Okay. And so they're triggered. And they're pissed. All right. That you can do it and they can't do it. All right. Let's get deeper into this. Spirit, thank you. Yeah, let's get deeper. Can we figure out who this person is? This is what I want to know. Who is this person? Right? Okay. Because I'm sure everybody that pretty much watch me anyway is already coaches, already in the holistic. I mean, the occult. I'm deep in the occult community, y'all. So this got to be a message for somebody out here. It got to be a message for y'all. Okay. It got to be. These people, whoever these people are, how many people are there? Looking at 5 people watching you. You got 5 people watching that's in the Christian Baptist church domination-ish community. Okay. Listen, y'all. Listen. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't act like when I say domination-ish. I love the church. I grew up in the church. But I'm saying, you know how that shit is, y'all. Don't act like y'all don't know. Don't act like you don't know what it looked like up in there. Y'all know what's up. Okay. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. This is a person that's older. It's an older person. Okay. This is a person who is not mentally stable, to be honest with you. They're a little confused about even what they want to do. Okay. This is a person that claimed that they could be possibly holier than thou. Okay. However, they're bored with the Christianity, church-going type of gig, okay, that they got going on. Because they do all of this and they don't get nothing for it. Ooh, Spirit, why did you put that in my head? How and why would you say that, Spirit? Why would they feel like they're getting nothing out of it? They want to withdraw from the Christianity, Baptist type of community, they're bored because why? Why are they bored? Because they don't receive any fruits of their labor that they put in. Well, if God loves me so much, this is what I'm hearing. If God loves me so much, why do I feel like I'm wasting my time when I go into church? I do all this community service for the church and do all this work to help the church come up, but then what happens, Spirit? But when I need support and I need someone to support me, like I support the church, what happens? They don't come through for me with the lover's card in reverse. Lover's card in reverse means somebody that's faulty, rejection. No, it's a no thank you, unfortunately type energy, okay? They don't come through for me. Wait a minute. But in this spiritual world that the big steppers are living in, everybody support each other through good energy and through actually monetizing each other. Well, how could this be? This is weird. This is odd because at first, I don't know. This is kind of what I'm getting here. Okay, this is what's on the table here. That's where the animosity, this is where the jealousy and the triggeredness comes in, because spiritual folks, spiritual leaders, we are okay with receiving because we know what it's a recycled blessing that we all participate in. That's part of the universal laws. Okay, we just follow the universal laws. That's just bottom line. Okay, and so this Bible thumper right here don't understand how is it that the church don't pay their people when they're having hard times. Okay. And you know what, y'all, I'm gonna tell you the truth. And I'm not the type of person to bash nobody, no other. I've never been that type because once again, I am a Baptist bishop's granddaughter, y'all. Let's just keep it a buck. Okay. I am that. Born in it, could not sway from it. I could tear a tambourine on up. Okay. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I could work a tambourine now and sang on that choir in all harmonizations. Okay? But I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen people have struggled in the church. They dedicated their whole life. And when they were literally dirt poor, in the mud, rolling through it, and still showing up for the church, I've never seen a pastor pay the bills of a supportive member, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. Show me and help me. Show me some proof of that. I've never seen that with my bare eyes. I haven't. Okay, so this collective reading here, I can see why whoever these monitoring spirits, I can see why these monitoring scallywag spirits is upset about this whole situation, the whole spiritual community. It's not just you, Big Stepper. It's just what a coincidence. You're the one that they ran into that's doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, it's the whole operation itself is what they're upset about and triggered about. Okay? And these church folks, this church person dedicated their whole lives, maybe generations and generations, y'all, dedicated lives and still struggle to eat and sleep while still going to church and being part of the church. And so this is all kicking in for them. They've been denied resources and money after being dedicated for so many years. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and clear. Jew says she has a story about the church. Jew, you want to talk about your story? If y'all want to come on live, y'all have the opportunity to come on live. All you got to do is throw a gift up. You see that gift right here? Throw a gift up and you can come on live and tell your story based on what you're hearing here. If you can resonate with what I'm talking about, let's go ahead and get you on here. Let's talk briefly about 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes to kind of talk about what's really going on here. If that's something you want to do, Okay, tell your story about this, how you resonate with this a little bit, because this is some real stuff about, and this is not about the church, y'all. This is about an individual who really always been a fan of the occult, but was too afraid to move towards that direction. They probably had a spiritual gift a long time ago and abandoned that gift. Oh my God. Yes. Look, stay in your lane. Okay. Came out. She wanted her, whoever this is a woman. This is an older woman that is upset. I cannot make, what did I say? I just said it's an older woman. Queen of Wands came out, y'all. She's really upset and triggered that she did not have the cahoons, the guts, the heart, the courage to do what she wanted to do 20 years ago. You get what I'm saying here? Wow. Minnie says she finally listened to me before she passed. This must be your grandmother, a religious grandmother. Community came out. This person supports their religious community, their particular church community, their whole life, y'all. And when times got hard for them, and they went to, she said her grandma, yeah. When times got hard, yeah, I can see that. That makes sense. When times got hard, the church turned them down. Man, I've been coming here for years, opening up Sunday school, blah, 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 taking care of the kids, cooking the food, blah, 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 even donating shit out my closet, even, whatever. Donating my money, paying my tithes regularly even paying a little extra when y'all needed us to give up extra in the tithe collection. Come on, y'all. And when she went to this pastor, bishop, whoever, they said they had no money. They had no funding for her light bill for the grandkids she was raising from her dope fiend daughters. Come on now. Oh, God. Come on. She was struggling. And the church turned her down. And instead of her going off, the King of Pentacles, I can't make this up, the pastor turned her down. The pastor turned her down, y'all, in the midst of her struggle, while he's sitting in luxury and in luxury Cadillacs and beautiful homes. Turned her down. Couldn't even give her a couple $100 for her light bill. She never said nothing about this. This is a person that never said nothing. She kept that animosity. She built a resentment towards the church a long time ago. This is why she's bored with going. This is why she's dissatisfied. Earlier in the reading, we've seen this. And so as she's dissatisfied, learning the new ways of life, scrolling through TikTok, she runs into the Big Steppers page. Okay. She runs into pages like mine, like y'all's, like whoever else is in the collective reading. Okay. It's a collective reading. Okay. If it don't resonate, throw it out. But if you're somebody that gets on here, not all the time, but you do good content videos about shit that's really deep, stuff that really kind of like, a lot of people are scared to talk about, 9 out of 10, it's just a message for you. This person watches your content and they are so triggered because they're also really angry that they've been protecting the religious operation or their church for all this time and been hiding the resentments. And then here you is get to be free and get to speak about all the stuff that truly matters in life, in everyday life. Okay. Woo, that's some deep shit. I'm gonna light me up some sage, baby. Woo-wee. This energy is real heavy. Okay, let me not do sage. Let me just do the wood because I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose this energy. Jude said, I can't come up yet. My service is spotty. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, girl. We're gonna have somebody, Jude, gonna come up on live, y'all, in a minute and talk about her understanding of this. Because y'all make sure y'all follow Jude as well, because she has a really good profile. Her niche is all about, you'll see, her niche is amazing. And you'll just go ahead and follow her on TikTok. Yeah, honey, this is a situation where there are a lot of, okay, thank you, Spirit. Spirit's like, okay, I'm trying to write, God, why are you showing me this? Holy Spirit, why is it that this is so much of the message right here? This is like the beginning of this collective reading right here. Okay, this is the second half, I guess. First half, I mean. Because he wants us to understand why people is jealous. Why the average person is jealous. And there's a lot of young people, older people. It's just this one particular scenario on this one person is the energy is super duper strong. Okay. Is there anything else? Yeah, she's thinking about walking away, letting go of this religious belief, okay, and stepping into something else, okay. Yeah. She knows too much about this church that she goes to, okay? The hidden agenda that they have, how they take money or how they make money off the people. And for him to not tell her, he did not bless her with what she deserved, okay? And that brought a lot of animosity. This is why she's deciding to walk away. Divine intervention. I cannot make this up. Because of you, Big Stepper, this person is deciding to go into more of a spiritual type of practice. Okay. They're planning to change the way they see life. They no longer even want to attend church anymore. Their goal is to learn more about the universal laws, about spirituality, and to lean towards their ancestors rather than Jesus and the white man that they hang at the church. I don't know. I said it. I don't give a damn. I said this. I sure damn did. Okay. She's looking to be consistent and diligent, moving towards a new understanding and learning more about her ancestors. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, she's leaping in because of your content. Because of your content, you changed the life of an individual. And they trust you. They trust what it is that they see, what they hear, they understand, they can see it. That's why they were so triggered. The trigger was not because they hate you. And that's the thing we got to understand, Big Steppers. A lot of these scallywags, it's not that they don't hate us in the flesh. They hate the fact of the word. It's the message that they wasn't prepared to hear. And they hate that they got to analyze their life. And they hate that they got to tell the truth to themselves and look at their life. Their actual lifestyle. They can't be in denial fucking with your content. Your content wakes a motherfucker up out of denial. Wakes them up. And that's why they were triggered. They stay triggered. Watch it. So if you get a lot of views and you don't get a lot of likes, that's why. Okay. Yeah. Ooh-wee, I didn't think that was coming, y'all. I really didn't see that coming. I'm telling you I didn't. Let's go ahead and work with another deck. Is there any questions? I'm going to leave some room, some space for those coming in, outsiders looking in. Come on in, y'all. There is free questions, okay? Will it be free forever? No. However, for this season, it is, okay? We have free Q&A questions. So if you got a question, drop them down now. And we'll go ahead and answer your questions, okay? Let's get it done. What's up? I see people coming in. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, 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 y'all. What we got going on? Ooh, wee. Let's go. So far, we see what's going on here. You wonder why people is triggered. You wonder why it may took you so long to finally wake up and move towards your destiny. It's because, once again, you know, like Minnie kind of said, I like what Minnie said. Minnie said, you know, my grandmother, she was so deep in the church, she basically based her whole life off of the biblical understanding of life. Okay. And we know, you know, I'm not down in no religion. You know that. You know, the Bible is a powerful book. Okay. It's just with some religions, there's no such thing as science. And I'm sorry. I love science, y'all. I'm sorry. Science to me, you can't tell me that there's no science in the midst of religion. Like, to me, that's automatically threw me off. I'm ready to head towards science because I know that there is a such thing called quantum leaping. And I know there's such thing as, you know, the spiritual realm, the universe, all of this, you know, like, come on. So, you know, that's one of the reasons why it was easy for me to draw towards the occult. Okay, it was easy for me to get deep into the occult and the universal laws and follow those things and study astrology and so forth, and numerology, I mean. Okay, so if you're like me, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, is there any questions? Anybody have any questions at all? Okay, should we move on? Okay, we're moving on. Ten of Pentacles in reverse came out. Okay, what's going on here? Secret. Yeah, this is somebody, whoever this is, okay, and this may not be a person, but this is like a situation, okay? This is like there's a community of people. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my God. There's a community of people who's deciding to denounce their religion and move towards spiritual or holistic health, holistic spiritual wellness, enhancement, awakening. There's a generation of people, okay? And I'm hearing like between the ages of 29 all the way up to like 63 years old. Within these last few months or this last year or something about 2026, there's a lot of people merging out of the church and starting to enjoy life in a different way or praise God in a different way. Okay, is what I'm hearing. And they're doing this secretly. Okay, with the moon card in reverse. They're doing this secretly. Okay, they don't want too many people to know what they're deciding to do, the decisions that they're deciding to make. They have their reasons of why, and they're keeping it to themselves. Okay, this is the energy here. You may be one of those people. King of Swords. Okay, you want to take control of your own life. It kind of feels good to not have to go to church and deal with the other stuff, the other people. Okay, I don't know why I'm hearing that, because I don't know, but that's kind of like the energy I'm hearing. Like there's no one else playing hierarchy. It's a hierarchy game in the church house, y'all, that no one talks about. Minnie says because people are finally recognizing that it's running like a business. Okay, thank you. And it is, because why? It's a nonprofit. But my thing is, why not lead with that? As spiritual folks, we ain't got to lie about us, how we rolling. Well, yes, we enjoy being of service. Yes, we're called to do this. We're not going to lie and sit there and say, oh, everything is free. We know that's ridiculous. We'll have a nervous breakdown if we were to give everything we have, use all of our energy to do this work for free. We'll have a nervous breakdown because our energy is being ciphered. We understand what energy means. And a lot of spiritual people, thank you, Spirit, a lot of, not spiritual, but religious folks don't really know about energy and how to use it. They don't know anything about energy, y'all. They really don't. All they know is the Bible. And that's fine. Okay? That's fine. I love reading the stories in the Bible. Sometimes when I want to kind of, balance out or some shit, It's a lovely book to read. Okay? Like me and my people say, the book of spells. You want to cast out a good demon? Open up the Bible. Okay? Shit, it's all in there. Get it, pull it on up. Just straight up. I ain't gonna deny that. But this person feels like, these people, they're not giving money to the church anymore. They're done with giving their tithes to churches. But my thing is, what the hell does this got to do with us? I don't know. But this is the energy from these people that's watching us. There's a generation of people that's watching us, and they want to migrate over towards freedom of speech, freedom of life, of real wellness. Okay, because over here in spiritual world, we're like vegans and herbalists, and if we do eat meat, we're eating exotic meats. We some exotic, eaters. We drinking flower water and boiled herbal teas, and us spiritual folks is 50, 60 years old, looking like we, 25. I'm just saying, okay? And we're going to keep it a buck. And this is the energy that we're seeing. They seeing more value with okay. They see more value, y'all. Okay. In migrating over. I'm not going to say converting, but I mean, you can say that. It's just a lifestyle. Us spiritual influencers, we live a certain lifestyle. Jew says, not everyone who is called are chosen. Come on, Jew, talk about it. Wow. Big facts. Seven of Swords. They feel like they got tricked into this church, religion, or whatever this is, y'all. They feel like they got tricked into it. They're like, why didn't we just realize that was spirituality from the get-go? Wasn't Jesus a spiritual person? I'm confused. Come on now. Wow. Okay, and so this person is waking up. There's a generation of people that's waking up into this new way of thinking, y'all. Okay. Yeah. They're not delusional anymore. They see through all the bullshit. There's a generation that's seeing through all this shit, y'all. So they can't call us witches anymore. The witches, the spiritual ones, they're the witches. Yeah. They can't do that no more to us. They know we're not witches. They already know already. We just know how to preserve our energy. We understand what self-preservation is all about and how valuable self-preservation is. We understand what self-preservation is all about and how to use it in a way to manifest and to quantum leap into the lifestyle that we truly like and want and desire. That's just it. Okay? And this person's like, oh, or these people, this community of people, this group of people. Okay, it's like, oh, I get it now. I get it now. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this person's like, I'm done. I mean, this person probably thousands, they probably poured thousands of dollars in the church throughout their life. This is a person that spent about 30 years, I'm hearing, in the church, dedicated 40 years, dedicated in the church. Is how much, Spirit? About $400,000 in the church in their whole lifetime. And they live in mediocre lives. Barely, like literally almost in the poorhouse, like seriously eating beans and shit. That's all, like, I'm not even trying to be an asshole because, we love beans. It's good protein. But I'm saying when you got to eat beans, come on, y'all. Let's keep it a buck. Something ain't right. Okay. Yeah, this person's staying to themselves. There's a generation of people that is staying to themselves, y'all. And they're looking for us big steppers to show them the way. They're looking for us big steppers to show them the way through. Look, big steppers, this is all I got. Show me how can I take what I have and get more, or to do what you're doing type energy. I want to, because I know, because think about it. I mean, they understand not everybody's called to do it, but shoot. It may not be tarot, but it could be something else. I was just talking to my mentor, and we had a deep ass conversation, and we was talking about one of the things we talked about was about how there's a shortage of doulas, people delivering babies, like spiritual people to deliver babies, and there's a shortage of dream readers. Okay, we have a shortage of dream readers. We have a shortage of people who is marrying folks. The what they call them, the domain people who marry people, spiritual marriage folks, spiritual marriage counselors. Okay, holistic marriage, family mediators. Okay, and that was like a few that I can remember for right now off the top of my head that we thought like we need more of that in all communities. Okay, in all communities, inclusively. You know what I'm saying? Across the board. And so I just think it'll be good for these new generation of people to kind of not just move towards doing what we're doing, but I think God would be calling them to fill those slots. Okay, because I think the church folk will be really good mediators when it comes down to conflict. I think an average churchgoer I know of, they're really good with handling conflict, guys. Conflict resolution, they're the best at it. Because they just know how to do it. And so there could be a spiritual gift in that, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. What else we got? Jew says something. Jew says, so they're easier. Hold on. Jew says, so they're easier to be controlled. Hold on. Jew says, those who aren't called or chosen must be led in some way. Yes, I agree. So they're easier to be controlled. So this is the thing. And I feel what you're saying. I love that. Thank you, Jew. That's amazing. And I see what you're saying. Exactly. They're going to come towards us. They're coming towards us, spiritual leaders that's over here already. Who's already in the midst of this. We're already in the thick of it. They're going to come to us for the direction. We need to give them the proper direction that they need to go in. We need to give them their clear messages ASAP as soon as they can. Okay. You got to give their messages clear and serene, because there is space for everybody. There's room for everybody. Okay. And this may be the first time in their lives that they're not being controlled, because in the spiritual community, we don't control nobody. We don't believe in that. We believe in complete freedom. And that may drive an average churchgoer nuts. Okay? That they don't have to control no one else. Okay, here's the rules. Okay, church goer, here it is. Here's the rules. You want to be part of this community, the spiritual community? Here we are. You ready? Yes. Rule number 1. You are not to be controlled. You are free. You have the freedom of speech. You have the freedom of will. You have the freedom to do what you want, as long as you are following the universal guidelines, the universal rules, the universal laws. Okay, what else? Rule number 2. You do not control others. You do not inspire to control others. You let people live and make up their mind the way they want to make their mind up. You let them spend their money the way they want to, and you mind the business that pays you. Hello? In the spiritual community, you do not have to ask 55,000 questions. Okay? You don't have to meddle in folks' business over here. We don't really care about the details of people's lives unless they want to share that freely. You know, if you want to get that information, cool. Thank you for sharing that. That's our favorite line. Our favorite line. Because we love privacy over here. Okay, and we respect everybody's privacy. Oh, okay, that part. Hey, Big Sipper Marissa now, y'all. We got one more card for this download, y'all. Let me see. Here, guys, show us what you know. Page of Cups came out. Yeah. Page of Cups. There's an artistry. There's an art. There's a seriousness. The only thing about, okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay, with the Hierophant in reverse and the Justice in reverse came out behind it. Okay, this is the thing. When these people migrate over onto our side of the turf, when they convert over and want to learn the spiritual ways, the universal laws, and really live in the lifestyle that we living in, this freedom lifestyle, they're not going to really take it seriously the way they should. Okay? They still going to have a hunch in their back as if it's a game. And then on top of that, they're not going to think they need to invest. Okay? So be careful with that. And this for the big steppers, because why we are really in this, okay, and we're serious about it. And when we're dealing with these newcomers that's coming in, they want to learn, but they don't want to invest to learn. Well, wait a minute. You spent all that money on the altar. Not be funny. God forget. Come on now. Come on. You was paying tithes blindly, paying tithes, not knowing how your bill's gonna get paid. But you don't want to invest to learn. So be careful with this. I'm not gonna say they're trying to get over. I'm not saying that. It's just they don't take it seriously enough to waste their monetary energy on it. It's how they look at it. They feel like they'd be wasting money on learning this. Well, this is the thing. We don't waste money in this community. This community, it gets recycled back 10 times fold. Okay? That's what they understand. It's recycled back. And so when you deal with these churchgoers, they're going to want to learn our ways, but they don't want to invest in our community. And so we got to be very careful of people like that. Okay? And we would have to really be serious and adamant. So I'm going to tell y'all this. For my spiritual folks who's serious, my big steppers, who really want to get into this industry, this holistic wellness game, and in the industry of holistic wellness and the divination work industry, all around spiritual influencer industry. Okay, charge these folks. Yeah, I said it. Don't listen, y'all, because you're gonna know who's who based on the seed they sow. If they don't sow their seed, if they don't want to sow a seed, you already know where their mind is. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then you will kind of understand what it is you need to do. We're not giving away any free game around here. No, 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 we're not. I'm gonna be honest with you. Us real ones, we ain't giving them for free. And if a spiritual influencer decide to give away a lot of stuff, just giving away energy for free, then to us, they're not really taking it seriously either. Okay? Yeah. So then I'm telling you, let us use the monetary energy to know who people literally are. Because that's just really, this is what Spirit is giving me. Because this will force them to pick a side. Okay, with the two of swords. This will force them to pick a side, y'all. And then you'll get to know who you're dealing with. And then you don't have to waste energy. We're not giving away free game. We already think of it. We did our work. We did the shadow work. We had to sacrifice our mind, our minds, our peace, and everything. We had to cut off people, places, and things that did not serve us. We went through the pipelines of what it took to be spiritual leaders. Hello, somebody. Jew says it's bad spiritual hygiene, especially going to multiple readers. That is. Thank you, Jew. That is very bad spiritual hygiene, y'all. So just as a spiritual influencer itself, that's just not even good for you, because now you're spreading yourself so thin, you allowing an entity to come in and to control you. This is where you open yourself up. When you overflow, when you pour out your cup. Okay, the Ace of Cups, y'all. Y'all know the Ace of Cups, okay? If I could find the Ace of Cups in here right now, I will show you the whole gist of what being a spiritual influencer is all about. I'm going to show y'all real quick, because I think this is a lesson I think everybody needs to know. It is so important. Oh, okay, thank you. Let me do this one too. Hold on real quick. I'm going to go through here real quick, and I'm going to find it because it's so important, because the Ace of Cups represents a spiritual leader. It represents us. Okay, here it is. Ace of Cups. There it is. Ace of Cups is right here. Okay, look at that. You see how the heart is on the hand and the water in the cup, and it flows out. Okay, y'all see this? I'm going to come over here and I'm going to come over there. Okay, this is the thing. All this water, this is our soul. This is our soul. This is our body. This is our spirit, y'all, as spiritual influencers. This is where we hold all of our energy, in this cup. We are gifted and loved, and we love ourselves enough to charge ourselves enough to create enough energy to pour on other people. These are all the people that we touch bases with. Okay, these are all the people that we touch, spaces and be of service to. We are only supposed to pour out what is overflowing out of our cups. We are only supposed to touch the people of service that is overflowing out of our cups. We're never supposed to pour out like this. Do you see this King of Cups? Look at this King of Cups. You see how he got a cup and he's pouring out his energy freely? That's not what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to pour out our cup of love, of understanding, of energy, of intuition freely like that. No. It's supposed to just overflow. naturally. If it gets to the point where we're no longer developing that overflow, it means we need to stop. It means we need to quit. There's no more. It's it. We're gonna pack it on up. I'll see y'all. I'll holler at y'all because I can't give y'all what's in my cup. I can only give y'all what's overflowing out of it. Oh my God, you get that? Okay. And so when it gets to the point where it's no longer overflowing, it's time to pack it on up. Because why? Because you're no longer reciprocating. You're not reciprocating back. You're not getting reciprocated back of what you're pouring into that pond. Okay? It got to be it got to return back into you. It got to return back into you. If to where you ain't got nothing left to unflow, that means everything you poured out, that everything that was overflown out did not return back. So now guess what? We're gonna try a different day. No worries. Ain't no hard feelings, ain't no nothing. You know what I mean? I never expected anything out of this overflow. I never expected anything out of this. This is just what God gave me to give to you, energy. But when it gets to a point where there's no more overflowing out, and I got to start pouring out of my cup to where I'm almost empty, that's an issue. We don't want to start the trend of this particular this type of spiritual abuse. Ooh, come on. Big Stepper Jew says something. She says, if you wouldn't let strangers play in your ass, don't let them play in your energy. Ooh, if you don't let people play in your face, don't let them play in your energy. I heard that. Yes, I love that, Jew. Anybody else got any comments? What we got? We got Minnie here. She says, is that why people say they are burned out after a read? Yes, Minnie. Ooh, Minnie. Minnie got it. Yes, this is why people says they're burned out after a read. Okay, Jew says this, and not everyone that's gifted is pure enough. Facts. And purification, y'all. Thank you, Jew. Purification is it's a skill to be pure. Okay, there's a process to stay pure every day. Okay, this is something that's worked on. It's a lifestyle. Oh, come on. It's a lifestyle. Okay, so not everybody can be spiritual leaders. Not everybody can do what I'm doing, what you doing, or what many about to start doing, what you doing over here. Okay, in YouTube land. Not everybody can do this. It takes a purified soul, a purified spirit to do it. And then not to say that you are just born like this forever and ever. No, you have to learn to stay pure. There is a process from when you wake up to before you eat to after you eat, throughout the day, when you come home, and then before you go to bed. Every day, there is a routine throughout the day that keeps you grounded and purified. And see, that's a class that only people like me can teach y'all. I can't go off and teach this stuff for free to these scallywags. This is why we charge for it, because when you get this information, y'all, this is what it is. When you get this information, first off, you feel very proud. When you pay for something that you really want to do and that you know that you can use to elevate, there's a confidence that goes with it. And it also helps with your chakras. It lines up your chakras, y'all, when you invest in yourself. When you learn to invest and be actively and proactively investing in yourself, your chakras line up, and that's how your glow up really truly begins. Ooh-wee! Y'all, that's that card deck right there. I'm gonna go ahead and end it with some more messages here. I'm gonna go ahead and do one more. We're gonna go ahead and pull from another deck and see what's going on, and then we're gonna end this live, y'all, for today. Jew says, when you're chosen, the purification starts from birth through trials and tribulations. Thank you, Jew. And see, Jew, and see how Jew is a coach as well, y'all. But she is on a different level. She's a narcissistic therapeutic coach. Okay. And she's more on helping people see and heal through narcissistic abuse. Okay, y'all. And so this is one of my good friends and my major big stepper here. She's a big stepper elite. Okay. And so Jew has been doing work for others for a little while now, and she's expanding just as well as all of us is expanding. And so she has that insight. What she just said there, she can break that down for us because we need to understand that part, Jew. That's the part that we want to hear more about on your side of the turf, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and pull some cards, guys, before we leave. And I'm also pull some affirmation cards for y'all. Okay, Spirit guys, show us what we need to know. Show us what we need to know. Oh, it's been a beautiful reading. Beautiful collective reading, y'all. Okay. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. All the information you need to know about me is in my bio. It's not on my video description, but it will be in my bio description. My bio details, y'all. Everything. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, this card. Stalker, spy, surveillance, invasion of privacy came out. I love Minnie said she wants all the knowledge. Go ahead, Minnie. Look, Minnie says she wants all the knowledge, y'all. Go ahead, Minnie. Minnie ain't playing. Minnie gonna be powerful. Watch. I don't know what you gonna be doing, Minnie. I don't know exactly, but God is gonna call you into your higher power. Your ancestors want you to merge into something. You're gonna be powerful. Ooh, I can't wait. Okay, let's see. Lack of long-term working. Okay, so this is the deal, y'all. There's some unfinished work, lack of reward. Once again, this is about these people, this generation, this generational group coming in to try to think that they can step on our territory. And I don't want to look at it like that, but this is the perspective that they have. They feel like everything is a territory. This is not a territory. This is just a way of life. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle that's very beneficial in the spiritual realm and all 3D and all these. It's a lifestyle that helps us to walk through life much easier. And we're happy in this lifestyle. But these people that's coming from the church house, merging and converting into the spiritual community, they kind of think of it as territory. So they think, oh, we're going to come in and take over this area. And it's like, no, it don't work like that. You don't need to take control of anything. They think there's a hierarchy in spirituality. It is not. So they're watching us to see how they can take over. They don't have to take over. What I have, I could teach Minnie everything that I know, and Minnie will create a whole nother community based on her own personal DNA and spiritual energy, and won't cut into nothing that I have. And then because of me doing that, passing it over freely with love, with a loving energy, then I'm blessed now because I didn't help God. I did my purpose. I fulfilled my purpose and helping many be free in herself and for her own community of people. So now I got another badge on my chest from the higher power. Say, well done, child. You understand what I'm saying? We take pride in this work. Jude says this: make us some shirts. Mo, my spirituality is not your trend. Oh, I love that. Yeah, that is so cute. I love that. My spirituality is not your trend. Yeah. And it's like, oh, it's a trend now. Oh, it's trendy over there. And then they're paying over. Oh, it's money over there. It's like, we don't even care about the money. That's not what the money is here for. It's not to buy. We don't drive Cadillacs, people. Like, that's not our. We drive electrical vehicles and stuff, you know. This is, you know, we drive Teslas and BMWs and you know, hybrid, you know, Toyotas and shit. Because we want to live clean. We're cleaning the, but that's just the way we are. I'm just being 100, right? And so we ain't focused on all that. Yeah, they want access. They studying us to get access into our world. Okay. And it's up to us to let them in. Let's be real. And anybody can let them in. I'm going to tell you right now, big steppers, for us big steppers, we're not just letting any old body in. We're not. I don't know about you. I'm not just going to take any geek off the street that comes in from that scallywag side. Tell me, I want to learn. No, you got to become a super fan. You got to go through channels. You got to be a member, subscriber. I got to see you kind of go through channels for you to even get access to and proximity of my knowledge in this way, one-on-one or anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not go off the geek of the street. No. She said, I'll buy one if you make them. They can say big steppers on my back. I love that. Yeah. I'm gonna do something like that for us. I would love to do something like that for us. So we can have something to represent us. I may do a whole 2-piece jogging suit, 2-piece workout outfit, 2-piece, something we can all walk around in, go grocery shopping in, you know, something we can, you know, go walking, hang out with our girls, meet up for brunch. You know, I want it like an outfit that we can wear. You know what I mean? Not just a shirt, you know, like a 2-piece outfit. That would be cute. Look at my big stepper giving me some merch advice and ideas, girl. Girl, come on now. You gotta get you some too. Every person that reaches level 50 should get one. I'm with you. Yep, give them away for free. That's what I would do. Yep. Level 50. I agree. Automatically on the house. I love that. Yep. I love that. Yeah, big time. That's big business right there. I love that. Thank you, Spirit. Is there anything else? Yeah, these people coming in, they are definitely in poverty, okay? They have a lack mindset, okay? These generations of people, this group of people that's going to be flooding the waves, the Wi-Fi waves to try to get to us. Y'all, I'm letting you know right now, they have a lack mindset. Their intentions is not all the way there. It will take some work to get these people on the proper frequency to get them to get them to where they want to go, or to help their higher power guide them where they need to be. You know what I mean? So they would have to subscribe and become true members of whoever they choose to learn from. Does that make sense? They can't just come in, you know, just asking, you know, I don't know. There's levels. And Spirit's saying to us, this is the message to say, let them go through the process. They need to go through the process. Okay. Jew said they desperate. We don't want anyone desperate. Facts. We don't want anyone desperate, have a desperate energy in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual industry. We don't want that. Okay. Nobody want that in their community. We want everybody to be happy and free. Okay. Spirit says these people are dramatic. They're going to cause chaos. You're going to know who they are based on what they say in the chat. Okay. They're going to start messy energy. So Spirit is saying also, as leaders, y'all, we need to know how to handle our lives, know how to respond to messy energy. And y'all know what that looks like. Y'all know what messy energy looks like. They're going to try to poke at you. Okay. They're going to try to, like that. Okay. For example, people who repeatedly say the same things over and over again in the chat, when they put the same question over and over and over and over, those are the churchgoers. Spirit said those are the actual churchgoers who be trying to low-key find answers for shit that they, with the anonymous pages and shit. These people don't even have a picture up, usually, on their page. Them are the people we got to be kind of mindful and be still treat them with love, but kind of like let them know, because they don't know the rules. They don't understand that there is like a courtesy in the spiritual community. There's a courtesy here, and they don't know that. Okay. Exactly. Didn't send one gift or even tap. Exactly. That's how you know it's a churchgoer. That's how you kind of identify. And I'm not trying to put a whole stereotype on all of everybody that goes to church. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the specific people who want to migrate, but they're too afraid to migrate. And they think they can bully the algorithm or bully us when they finally do decide to migrate or to merge into 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You get what I'm saying? This is who we're talking about here. All right. Spirit, go ahead and give me 3 more cards. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, they don't understand how disciplined that we are. Look, Jew says they treat spirituality like religious side pieces. That is, baby, listen. Jew is so funny. No, you want to something, Jew. They're very competitive, y'all. Okay. This is it. They want to come in. They want to compete for the spotlight that we receive, the money that we receive. All they see is like the money and the spotlight. They don't understand the hard work and discipline that we go through. This is hard work and discipline, and we have to reset every organ in our bodies, to do this work that we do. Okay, we are very much in tune with our bodies and our minds and our souls, in our spirits. Okay, they're gonna try to entrap us into their bullshit. Do not take the rage bait. It's gonna be a lot of rage baiting. It's gonna be a lot of God bless you, Jesus love you, and all that crap like that. Okay, it's gonna be white Jesus loves you. Okay, I hope that you don't go to hell type energy. Okay, this is just ridiculous, ma'am. I don't even talk about nobody. I'm a good person. Okay. I just, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am. God bless you too. I hope you do the right thing as well. So yeah, just Spirit says don't get caught up in the entrapments of trying to devalue you as a spiritual leader either. Okay. All right. I think that's the message for today. Is that all the message is? Yeah, Spirit says hold your crown on your head. You are divine and unstoppable. You are loved, and you are ranked high in the spiritual realm, Big Steppers. As a collective, the Big Steppers is ranked very high in the spiritual realm. God bless you all. If you want to go ahead and book a reading with me, a private reading, you can do that. All that information is in my profile details and description, y'all. Email me, let me know what you need, inbox me. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you all, and I love you too. Ju says, I love your new schedule. I'm excited for tonight. Have a great day. Thank you so much, Ju. Thank you, you too. Appreciate y'all. Love you too. Bye, Minnie. Love you. See you later. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.